Some folks wanted me to make a air compressor video, what I use in my shop. I want to show you my now leaky Kellogg American. That's a 7.5 horse, 80-gallon tank horizontal. That's the pump setup. I've got an auto drain on it. There's two drains there. The solenoid on the right burps off a little bit of air every time the compressor cycles, and then that's a manual drain on the left just to keep me honest. There's a shroud over the top of it, and it's lined with acoustical sound deadening. Out of the tank, I put a ball valve directly on the tank, then I go to a flex hose. And that flex hose has seen better days. It's sun checked from being out in the sun all the time. But that brings me up to a 3/4 inch pipe that goes into a riser. And inside, you can see I'm putting it into a T on that riser. And then down at the bottom of the riser, I've got a valve and a drain, so that's a drip leg. And the riser is very large, and what that does is it allows the air to slow down as it's climbing uphill, and it's going to let the water fall away from the air. So you want a very large riser, and you want to put a drip leg and a drain at the bottom of your riser. And that riser goes all the way up. That's that brown pipe right there. It goes up and then gets knocked back down, then goes into the attic of the shop. Let's go around in the shop and I'll show you where it goes from there. Okay, back inside the shop, we come in through the attic and we're bringing it down. I got another shut-off valve here. Then I go into a 3/4 inch DeVilbiss filter. This is the first line of defense. It's got a little bit of filtration for any rust or crap that's in it. And then it's got an auto drain at the bottom. That's where you see that hose. So anytime the bowl gets full of water, it bleeds itself automatically. Next up is a Wix AC30. That is an air drying filter, and it spins on much like an oil filter on a car. They're not that expensive. You only have to change them a couple times a year. They're about $40. That takes every bit of crap out of the air. From there, I knock down the surges from the air compressor. I run the shop at 120 psi in the shop. The compressor will cycle anywhere between 125 and 175. So it's up and down all the time. So I keep the shop at a steady 120. Then the pipe goes back up in the attic, and this is kind of the unique part. If you look right there, you'll see a 4-inch tube, and that's a square tube that runs down the center of the shop all the way the full length of the ceiling. That is not only the structural support for the ceiling, but that is also charged with air. Speaking of air compressors, there goes my compressor going off. So with that 3/4 inch pipe that you see going up into the attic has got a nipple welded in the side of it at this end, and then over the length of it there's 1/4 inch pipe bungs fitted into it, and all I have to do is take a plug out, and then I can run over to a little whip hose like this, or like that, or there's another one over there. So basically I just run polyethylene tubing around in the attic and put air anywhere in the attic I want off of that piece of 4-inch square tube. So that 4-inch square tube not only holds the ceiling up, it is also charged with air and supplies air to the shop. It kind of acts as a tank. And over on the other side of the shop, it's much more of the same. There's a crossover tube. That's that black air line there in the back. And that's just a crossover tube going to this side of the shop. And here you can see again, 4-inch square tube running the full length of the shop, once again charged. I don't have any air drops in this ceiling, but there's a bunch of 1/4 inch bungs welded into that tube, and all I gotta do is pull a plug out and run some polyethylene tubing around in the attic. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.